It was always burning since the world was... Oh, hey. Welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bethalkis, and this is The Boys, Season 2, Episode 4, Nothing Like It in the World. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end of this video. And what YouTube does, takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit the subscribe button down there. And while you're down there, hit the like and the share button as well. Ooh, I hit the table and knock everything over. And if you want to know when I'm going live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule that's up there. I change it out every week. And also all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. No tier set on the Patreon. Waiting until I hit 1,000 subs before, I ask you guys for money and all that kind of stuff. Or, however it is. And also I want to give you guys stuff too for that. And I also have my links to this YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. So, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. All right, we got it. Spoiler alert. Yeah. All right. Ooh. It's like 3D. Anyone else have Billy Joel songs stuck in their heads, or no? Just me? Okay. So yeah, there was a lot of shit in this episode. A lot in this episode. And a lot of stuff paralleling as well, each other. So yeah, so what I was saying last episode, that Stormfront is Liberty. Yes, that actually panned out. We knew it was going to pan out. It was looking that way anyway. It was fairly obvious. But a trip to North Carolina is what it took for them to get that. And Mallory, of course, gave Billy that information. She also gave Billy the location of Becca. At least the best they can find out. And of course, Becca is there. And so he goes to sneak into the compound, leaving the rest of the gang to do what they're going to do. So Mother's Milk grabs Huey, and Huey grabs Starlight because she's been threatened by Homelander. He almost kills her in the elevator. And yeah, they go on a road trip to North Carolina to talk to a witness to Liberty's killing of her brother when she was about 48 years ago. So yeah, it's and then let's just talk about the elephant in the room, the cringy fucking doppelganger scene with Homelander and Doppelganger turning into Stillwell. I mean, oh my god. Oh, that was a fucking just nightmarish scene. It really was, especially when Doppelganger can't hold the form anymore and is yelling out in pain, and Homelander is laying in his head in Stillwell's lap when he feels a penis start growing underneath his ear, and that's why he gets up. Oh my god. Oh yeah. And speaking of Homelander outing Queen Maeve as well with Elena, and so he knows all about Elena. He knows all about her because he did some digging. And yeah, he outs her to the public during a live televised event. And it's like, wow, what a fucking asshole. Man, yeah. So he's obviously Homelander's got some stuff going on that he's got in the works there. And Stormfront as well, because he confronts Stormfront about how he's the face of the Seven, she isn't, and he's gonna laser her. And she's like, whoa, 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 okay, I pushed your buttons a little too far. So we don't know what the extent of her powers is and whether she can take him on or not, or how it is. But basically, she tells him exactly how much money he spent on the Save America campaign, which is leading credence to my theory that she is the head of VOT right now. And basically she tells him, you know what, I've got an army behind me, not followers, but an army that are willing to do whatever I want, and this is how you do it. And she's offering him some guidance, and he doesn't want to take it because he's not seeing what's going on. And also, he's kicked out A Train, bringing in Shockwave to replace A Train on all of this. And then the Deep is getting an arranged marriage from the Collective to make him look better so that he can get back into the Seven. Yeah. Um, and then finally, let's just talk about the relationship that's going on between, Starlight and Huey, and then also well, there's a couple things more to talk about too. And also Billy and Becca and how those are kind of paralleling, where, both of these guys get to spend the last night or one last night with the ladies that they love. And yeah, Becca's like, I can't go with you. You know what? Because you're a fucking psycho, essentially, because you always have been. And you're a loose cannon. You're on a warpath that you would have been on anyway. And she tells him, yeah, when he raped me and found out I was pregnant, I didn't come to you. I went to Vought because I was afraid of what you were going to do. And that shows you that Billy's always been like this. He's always been, out there, aggressive, and kind of unstable. Well, not kind of unstable, unstable. Yeah. Whereas Huey and Starlight, Aaron's the actress's name. Sorry. Yeah, Starlight basically tells him that it's over with because of, what Homelander can do to them. So essentially, Homelander has ruined both of Huey and Billy's lives. So what do you want to make a bet that they both are going to, now have their bond strengthened because they have a common enemy of Homelander to try and get rid of him and try and kill him? And I have a feeling Compound V is going to come back into this as well. And Mallory seems to be getting back into the CIA at this point quite a bit more because she is having dreams of all the people that she says she has let down that are in Carnegie Hall watching her on stage. So I'm fairly sure that Mallory's going to dip more than just her toes back into the CIA and, pull the boys back in together. And then Frenchie, of course, doing drugs, trying to console Kimiko, who doesn't want anything to do with him at this point. And his idea of consoling is to try and kiss her, which isn't working, obviously. That's the last thing you want to do. And, he ends up stopping her from going after Stormfront, which is good because she would have died. But yeah, there's all that going on. We find out a little bit more about Mother's Milk's background as well, about his father fighting Vought, going against Vought, and essentially dying while trying to fight Vought as a lawyer. And we get a little bit more, of his background on that. And then, I like the coffee shop scene between him and Starlight. That was actually kind of nice. They did a good job on that. And finally, of course, we have Doppelganger being killed by Homelander because, he turns into Homelander thinking that Homelander wants to fuck himself. Because all I need is myself is what Homelander says. And so, yeah, Doppelganger tries to take that literally. And, does not end well for him. Oh, man. So, yeah, lots and lots of stuff going on. Yeah, I don't know what A Train's going to do now that he's out of the Seven. Now that he knows where Compound V, how that got released out into the wild, and he's got that information, but he's also involved in that as well. So how that's going to play out. And then also what's going to happen with Queen Maeve. I'm fairly sure that Elena's dead at this point is what's going to happen. Yeah. And she even thought that Homelander had already killed her. Yeah. Yeah, Raymond, I agree with you. The doppelganger scenes were just fucking creepy and cringy. And yeah, wow. That's all I can say on that. Does anyone else catch the it took me a little while to get this, but Vought being so big, it's supposed to be this huge corporation, right, that spans the globe and does pretty much everything, sells everything, kind of like Amazon. I thought that was, I just finally, the irony just finally dawned on me at that point is that Vought and Amazon are the same company. Um, so yeah, that is kind of ironic. And then also, let's talk about a little bit of the imagery too in this whole episode. There's a lot of racist imagery that's creeping in, like when they're driving through North Carolina and you see Homelander painted up on the side of a barn. Only his cape is not the United States flag; it's a Confederate flag. Um, yeah, and there's a lot of hate for Almond Joy in this thing too. The whole thing about, you know, Black Noir telling the girl who's looking for doing the facial recognition for Billy, he basically just holds up the trash can for her to throw out her Almond Joy, and of course, Starlight loves an Almond Joy, and Huey giving her shit about that, saying how John Wayne Gacy used to give those out to the kids that he used to right before he took them and killed them. Wow, yeah. Um, Damn, man. There's just a lot packed into this episode. Good episode. And I'm glad they've gone back, or I'm glad they're doing these once a week. I don't know if I could have handled that within a binge session. And yes, again, people that are fucking review bombing the show just because they didn't release the entire series all at once, fucking stop it. Grow the fuck up. I mean, yeah, there's a reason why Amazon is doing this. They want you to look at it longer than the 5 seconds that it is going to take you to binge it. They want it to grow a bit more. They want it to be on people's minds. That's the reason why they are doing it weekly. You can watch it afterwards, after it's all comes out, and then you can, be the little pissy baby that you want to be. Raymond Hay Kessel says, I was just about to ask about that. Where Stormfront killed that guy, was that a commentary or current police affairs? Was that a commentary on current police affairs? I don't think so. I think that's part of the comic a little bit of I can't remember offhand. It's been a long time since I've read it, but they've mixed a little bit of the comic along with some of the politics that have been happening lately. I mean, come on, it's been brewing for at least 4 years, and it's yeah, it's fairly visible even back when they filmed this. What last year, the middle of last year, something like that. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a little from column A, a little from column B on that. But yes, very, very up to date and to the minute. And then Black Noir taking an extreme interest in Billy too at this point, where he wants to know where Billy is so he can find him. And we'll see what happens with that too. I mean, and I did like Homelander's comment to Mina Minoris, is her name. I still didn't know that she had a TV show or anything like that. I thought she had been regulated to just, annoying the shit out of people in movie theaters before the movie started. But back when their movies were actually still, you could go to them and not, die. But yeah, the whole thing about Black Noir being not gender, what was it? He doesn't put any labels on himself, so he's one of those kind, as Homelander says. And I was just like, wow, it's just fucking yeah. This show has yes, it's gonna push a lot of buttons. It is a lot more toned down than the comic, though. I'll just say that right now. The comic was a lot more bombastic, shall we say. Yeah, they had superpowered hookers, let's put it that way. Hookers that were taking compound V so that they could not get squashed or exploded by the superheroes. Yeah. So I am so glad they didn't put that into the show, because Garth Ennis is a fucking twisted motherfucker. He really is. I know he's half the team on that. I've met Derek before, and Derek Robertson, who of course illustrated The Boys. He's a co-creator of The Boys as well. Yeah, I don't see him being as that. I mean, he's twisted. He's got some twisted ideas and stuff like that. I mean, Transmetropolitan. Take a look at that. But not as bad as Garth Ennis. So good episode. Hopefully everyone got a chance to take a look at it. It dropped last night for me at like 9 p.m. So my time, so I ended up watching it last night, and then was just sufficiently skeeved the fuck out by the whole doppelganger stuff that I had to stay up a little bit longer just to kind of take a shower 5,000 or 6,000 times to get rid of that nasty feeling. But I'm better now. So, what else do I have going on there? Raymond K. Hessel says it was kind of filler, I think. Really? You thought this episode was filler? This actually filled in a lot of stuff. I don't think it was filler, Raymond. We got the Liberty, what was going on with Liberty, and that she is Stormfront and that she's at least 70 years old. You got the whole thing with Billy and Huey having their relationships ended, so they are actually going to end up bonding because of this over Homelander. And you have Homelander basically amping up his whatever he's going to do here, and you're seeing him become more and more maniacal and kind of losing his shit. So yeah, we had a lot of stuff move forward, and we also got, like I said, some more of Mother's Milk background, so we got a little bit more of his motivation and what's going on there. So he's not so much of an enigma. We know nothing of Frenchie, excuse me. We know nothing of Frenchie's background. That's why he's still called Frenchie. So yeah, I think we got a lot out of this, but to each their own on that. So what else do I have going on this week? Tomorrow is another episode of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and the genre stuff you guys want to talk about when we talk about it. Sunday is going to be a double header. It's going to be Raised by Wolves, episode 5, and then, of course, I just blanked on it. Lovecraft Country. There we go. Lovecraft Country is going to be up there. Episode 6. No, episode 5. There we go. Episode 5. And Monday I'm going to be off. Tuesday is going to be an episode of Is It Worth My Time? And that is going to be Freaks, You're One of Us, which is a German movie that's on Netflix. Wednesday I'm going to be off. And then Thursday rolls around again with Raised by Wolves, how many episodes HBO Max decides to drop. Whether it be 1 or 5, I don't know. So we'll find out together on that one. And then, of course, Friday rolls around and we go back to The Boys again. Brack says, I love Black Noir, even though he has never said anything. Really hope we get more of him. Yeah. The guy who's playing Black Noir is really, he's very expressive without having to say a word. So that's actually kind of cool. He's doing a good job. Actually, who is the name of the guy who plays Black Noir? I've seen his face, but quite honestly, I don't remember his name. There we go. Nathan Mitchell is his name. Nathan Mitchell. Yeah, good job on that one. All right, everybody. I'm going to let you guys go for the night. Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. Remember, if you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up here. It's made just for you by YouTube. And if you like what you see there, hit the subscribe button down there. And while you're down there, hit the like button and the share button too. And that's Pepper's cue saying that, she's tired of me being online. She's the boss around here for me, Also, if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule that's up there. And the links to all my social media is up there as well. All relevant links are there. Thanks, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for Saturday morning blast off. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you'll end up being on a road trip where all there is Billy Joel songs. And honestly, it's okay for the first couple of 100 miles, and then it just gets repetitive after that. Thanks, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Take care, be well, and stay safe out there. Good night.